Hey, what's up, guys? It's Marla Candy here. So, in today's video, we're going to be learning Python lists, one of the most important Python concepts. Lists, they let you store multiple items in a single variable. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create, access, modify, loop through, and use lists like a pro. Alright, guys, so first of all, what is a list? A list is an ordered collection of items. Just like how just like how um for example when you're doing your groceries, you buy some stuff and you put it in your like cart or basket. Yeah, well, basically in lists, it's basically just like that. You can store inside a collection of items, like you can store like numbers, strings, booleans, or even other lists inside it. Lists are mutable, meaning you can change them after creating them. Now, let me give you a code example. So my list is equal to uh, bracket 10, 20, 30, 40. Now here we just created a list. Now we have to print our list. So print my list. And once we execute this code, as you can see, it ends up printing our list, which is 10, 20, 30, and 40. All right, guys. So, here you can get this prints all items and Python keeps the order you added them, and you can get a specific item using its index. So Python, it starts counting from 0. So for example, if you want to get like a specific item here, print my list. For example, if you want to get like 10, so you just have to write print my list, and then inside brackets you write 10. Now here, oh, actually, my bad. Yeah, you have to write 0. So why 0? Because Python, it always starts its counting from 0, and it's called index. So this is actually called index. So 0, so 10 is actually 0, 1 is 20, and then index 3 is, index 0 is 10, index 1 is 20, index 2 is 30, and index 3 is 40. And if you continue the list, yeah, it's gonna be going and so on. So we want to access our like number 10 here. So my list is 0. Now once we clear our terminal and execute the program, it's going to end up printing 10 as our output. Now you can also do the same thing and try to access the other values. So again, you do my list, and then for example, if you want to access 30, you just do 0, 1, 2, index 2, and then at the end, I want to access 40, which is index 3. Now, once you execute this program again, it's going to end up printing all the numbers that you wish, like that you want it to, just see, yeah, in the output. So 10, 30, and 40. And yeah. Now here, negative numbers, they count from the end. So minus 1 is the last item, and minus 2 is the second last, and so on. So I'm gonna be giving you guys a mini challenge. So try printing the second to last item in your list. All right. So here lists, they are mutable, so you can change items, add new ones, or insert at a specific place. So let me give you a code example. But before giving you that code example, like to clarify what I meant by -1, you can do this. So index -1 would end up giving you wait a minute. Yeah, 40 here. So basically this is -1. So you're basically like trying to access like the decreasing version. So it's basically like here it's going to be -1 and -2, uh, uh yeah, -1, -2, -3, and -4. So if we try to do -4 here, and then once we clear our terminal and run our code, it's going to end up printing 10 because yeah. So basically doing -4 is the same thing as doing the index 0. So that's what I meant. So now the mini challenge for you guys is much easier. So now let me give you the code example I was talking about. So here, for example, if I say my list 1 is equal to 25 is equal to 25. All right. And yeah, now if we do print my list, there you go. And once we clear our terminal and execute the program, it's going to end up printing 10, 25, 30, and 40. Now, why is that? Because we upgraded our value from we upgraded the value from 20 to 25. So you can do the same thing for the other indexes. So if you do index 2, it will end up replacing number 30 with 25. And if you do index 3, it will end up replacing number 40 and 25. And now you can also do dot append. So if you do my list dot append, now what does dot append do? Now dot append basically adds an extra item at the end of the list. So if you do my list dot append, for example, 50, and then you do print my list, and then once you clear the terminal and execute the program, it's going to end up printing 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So basically, if you do like mylist.append 50, then mylist.append like more stuff. So basically, it's going to end up, yeah, adding like whatever number that you put inside of the parentheses always at the end. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. And you can also do mylist.insert. Now, insert is another function. So all of these that I just told you, like for example, the indexing and the append, these are called like mini functions. So basically, mylist.insert, and then you do mylist.insert, for example, 2 and 35. Now, what does 2 and 35 do? Basically, it's gonna put 2, it's going to put 35 at index 2. So basically it's going to become 0, 1. So basically here it's going to 2. So it's going to put 2. It's going to put 35 here, but it's going to end up keeping the 30. Now if you don't believe me, let's check this out. And oops, I forgot to print the my list. Obviously, won't print anything in the output if I don't put it in the print. And as you can see, it ends up putting 10, 25, 10, 20, 35, 30, and 40. But ends up keeping it ends up keeping 30. Yeah. So it basically like index. Yeah. So basically it changes the index of the other numbers. So basically here it will become like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will become index 0, index 1, index 2, index 2 would become 35, and then index 3 would become 30, and index 4 would become 40. Yeah, so it would change the indexing a little bit. So that's what it does. So yeah, so now I'll be giving you guys a mini challenge. So try to add your favorite number at the start of your list using dot insert. Now let me tell you how to remove items. So you can also remove items in Python by using the dot remove or the pop or del function. Now let me show you guys the remove, pop, and del function. Now in Python, the remove function basically works like this. So let me put our list back again. So my list dot, for example, if you do remove, let's do remove first, and then remove 30. Now obviously, what do you think it's gonna do? Obviously, it's gonna remove 30 from the list, right? All right, yeah. And yeah, that's definitely what it's going to do. And as you can see, the number 30 is no longer visible in our list. Now here, you can also do my list dot pop. Now what is pop doing here? Now pop, basically, it removes the first item. So dot pop 0. Now here, let's execute our program by clearing the terminal first. And oops, I forgot to put the, yeah, here, there you go, mindlist.pop. So if you do it here, and as you can see, it ends up removing uh, the first item in our list, which was 10. And obviously 10 is index 0. It ended up removing 10, and we said remove 30 as well, which ended up um, like leaving the list with only 20 and 40, which is pretty cool, right? Now here, let me show you another command, which is called del. Now del is basically short for delete. So if you do my list dot del, uh, oh wait, my bad. I think you do del my list. There you go. And then you do del my list inside brackets. Now, what does this do in here? Now, basically, it removes the item at index 1. So 0, 1. Now, once we do clear out terminal and execute the program, it ends up leaving the list with only 20. Now, let me break this down step by step so that you guys can understand how it ended up printing 20 as our final output. So, basically, first we removed 30. So let's remove 30 in here. And then we use dot pop 0. It means remove the first item in the list, basically, which is index 0 in here. So dot pop. Now here it will end up leaving us with 20 and 40, but we said delete my list 1. Now index 1 is basically 0, 1. We ended up removing the 40, and it ended up leaving us with only 20, which is exactly the output that we were expecting. And yeah, guys, that was it for today's tutorial. In our next tutorial, we will be covering more functions that you can use with lists, and more like a fun topic. And yeah, guys, have a nice day. Bye.